Hey guys, I'm just reflecting on my first video and thinking about how people have reacted to the video about me finding my dad for the first time. It's just really funny how some people cannot relate to the whole situation of finding a parent even though they have both parents. It's weird to me. I just feel like people should be able to know how important that would be to somebody, but I keep getting the question of why did I research the information in the first place, being that I'm over 30 and I don't necessarily need a parent in my life on a day-to-day basis in a lot of people's opinion, but I feel like knowing who your parents are should be just something that everybody is entitled to know. But it just seems like I'm getting more and more people asking weird questions like, why did you want to search this information at this point in your life? And I mean, I just don't understand what the issue is of wanting to know that, because, you know, I don't see at any point in life not wanting to know that. I know people searching for their grandparents, so I don't get it. I really don't get it. And I feel like the society we live in, they will have you feeling like you're an emotional wreck for doing something that makes total 100% sense. Like they will make you feel like you need therapy for fulfilling your own promises to yourself and to God. I always promised God if he would help me to uncover this mystery and uncover these secrets that were kept from me, that I would repay him by just using my voice to let other people know that there's hope and that, you know, there's help out there if they need it. I just hope that nobody else allows society to discourage them. I feel that I'm gonna do what I promised God that I would do if I got the information I needed a long time ago when I was a kid. Because when I was a kid, I always said, once I found out who my dad was, I was going to be on a self journey of finding myself in this person that was a part of my creation story, and finding my connection to them and how they have molded me and who I am. Because even though a parent is not in your life, they can have so much emphasis on shaping you through just being in their part of their DNA, just being part of their lineage. So I don't understand, like, what would possess you to not want to know, and what would possess somebody that knew both parents to just tell you that you shouldn't search. Or I even got the comment like from a relative of, once you find this information out, what good is it going to do for you? Because if they're dead, what is it going to mean to you? And I'm like, it's going to mean I know who I came from. I mean, like, it's just such a shock to me that so many adults are asking me like, okay, well, I can see you doing this for your kids. No, it's not just for my kids. It's for me. It's for clarity. It's for closure. It's for, even if I was 100 years old, like, I can't even go back into my family tree and research anything if I don't have anywhere to start. Like, I'm researching a man that I thought was my dad, and I don't even have any part in his whole story. I'm fighting a battle with his relatives that are not even my relatives. I didn't even know that the person I was looking up to was not my dad. Not to say that he wasn't a good man. I had no idea. I was mad at him for something that he had no part in. And I mean, I don't hold grudges against my parents, my real parents, or anything. I just feel like people do whatever they feel is necessary. It's all based on the circumstances and their perspective in life. I don't have anything against them. I just feel like I wish it was different, and I wish I would have known, and I'm glad I do know. But I just feel like people here and, that I'm around in my society and family, they just keep downplaying it. And I don't know if it has something to do with like not all black people, but a lot of our community being fatherless, they just are kind of like desensitized to the issue of needing to know your parents. They're like desensitized to the point where they can't even relate to somebody that, you know, wants to know what's what and what's what, you know, the normal, what they just desensitized to the fact that it's normal to want to know your parents. I mean, I'm just gonna be honest with you. It's like, it's the dumbest thing to me. Like, what do you mean? Why did I search? What do you mean? Why did I want to know? And why am I having to keep a secret about who my parent is? I didn't have any choice in picking the person, so why should I have to keep their secret for them? Or why should I have to continue to keep a secret to put on airs for people who want the lies and stuff to persist? I really feel like that is just so selfish, and I feel like I shouldn't have to continue to, what I mean, from what I've heard, is being a G. You're being a G if you keep a secret to your death. You're being a G if you know, and I mean a G, meaning like you're keeping the code of secrecy. And it shouldn't be no code. It shouldn't be a code of secrecy about somebody's life. Like, this could be a life or death thing. If I needed something, or organ from the person I thought was my father. I mean, like, I'm sitting here thinking one thing and not knowing, and believing hearsay, and it's nothing factual about it. I'm not going to continue to pay for therapy for something that should be out there because it's just a fact. I'm not going to keep paying for therapy for people that need therapy. I feel like I'm paying for somebody to tell me something I know makes sense. And you can't make stupid make sense. So, I don't know. Tell me if I'm wrong. But stupid society rules and stupid points of view shouldn't be given the credit to make. I mean, I feel like I'm being gaslighted. Like, I've been told that my point of view is wrong, and it's just clear as day to me that, you know, I shouldn't be keeping a secret. I shouldn't be trying to coerce continue a family lie or any secrecy. I feel like it should be my right to be who I was born to be. God put me here. And whatever secret that I was put here in, it's not of my control, and it's not my secret to keep. So if it makes you feel better that the secret is kept, that's a problem that you need to be seeking therapy for. Tell me if I'm wrong. I know people feel like you gotta conserve the feelings of others. You gotta keep their sanity. Well, I guess mine has no importance in this whole matter. But this is what the type of things that I've been dealing with since I found this information. I've been dealing with people telling me I'm digging too far. I'm going too far. I'm pressing the line. I'm finding things that I don't need to find out. It's not going to benefit me. It's not. You don't know that, you know. And I mean, in my first video, I said that other people need to be looking for the information for them. If you find out something for yourself that helps you to have clarity on your future in life and helps you to be more confident in who you are, that is not a bad thing, ever. I don't care who else it makes go to therapy to find out what's wrong with them. It's not a bad thing for you. And I've been to one too many therapists to try to make sense out of why people are making me keep things a secret when it ain't have nothing to do with me to begin with. And I should be able to be free in my life and in my happiness. I should be able to be free in saying what I want to say about what I found. And I should be able to be proud of who I am and where I came from, regardless of the circumstances and regardless of whose reputation it impacts. And I'm sick and tired of trying to put on airs for somebody's feelings. I am. I don't know how it might feel for some of you other people out here that have been through the same thing, but if you have, talk to me in the comment section. I mean, I told you I've moved across the country. I've researched. I mean, I'm going to go into more in depth about where I am, and this is a place that I'm staying at, that I've been at for the last decade. I came here under the pretenses of being with family members that I did know, but in my mind, I was researching from the start. And this is a place my family has resided for the last 200 years. I've been treated like a bystander in a lot of circumstances, but I've been here. My family has been here for 200 years. In one way or the other, this is where we came from. Some of us, you know, some of my relatives out of slavery, they've been in the same area of the country, the same city. And I can go far back into the census records as up into 1820, where I can see where some of my grandparents lived, the same place. Not to say that I love it or anything like that, but I feel connected to it. And a lot of my family members don't see how I am able to stay here, but I feel like I'm due the ability to stay wherever I want to. I'm due that amount of freedom, and I feel like I shouldn't be run off of anywhere that my family has held and built on their backs for 200 years. Although a lot of people don't recognize it, I feel like this place kind of inspires me to do better, and it inspires me to find more about our legacy and our family, and on both sides of my family. It inspires me to have what they should have had and build what they should have built and get back what they are due and what they're owed. I feel like I feel empowered by seeing those people that had a hand in why my family was here enslaved and why they were downtrodden for so many years and had to move in order to get more prosperity in life. And I feel like they shouldn't have had to in a lot of circumstances. And I'm learning more and more about my family. I'm a historical advocate and buff. I'm into history, so it doesn't bother me to stay somewhere, because I'm a person who's an inner thinker. Like, I don't let the environment control me. And it's bigger than that for me. It's really bigger than anybody in my circumstance, anybody in my surroundings. It's bigger than that for me. I don't know if it has something to do with what I've been through, but I use the circumstances and I use the environment to motivate me. And I don't want my legacy to be one of giving up and moving on from something I feel passionate about and I feel that God placed in me. Because I think this world will make you an emotional wreck for sharing your testimony, which it should not. Your testimony should be something that inspires others to do better, not inspires the same kind of negative behaviors of the past, of shame, of fear. It shouldn't be inspiring those type of things. It should be inspiring people to do better because they saw what the secrecy and the fear, you know, how it impacted people, how it impacted a race, how it impacted families to do things that they shouldn't have, keep secrets that they shouldn't have, and to waste life and be depressed and all that. I'm not going to be that. I'm not going to let that take hold of me, and I'm not going to pay any more people to give me. I don't have anything against therapy, but I don't feel like I should be paying for it. A lot of times I feel like I'm taking this and going to therapy and having these therapists tell me how to give therapy to other people that should be in therapy. And I'm sick of it. I feel like I have other issues to talk about in therapy than trying to figure out why somebody wants to hold a grudge on me for researching. But if you've experienced this, tell me about it in the comment section. If you've experienced guilt about finding out information in your family, tell me about it in the comment section. Let me know what your experiences are and how does this resonate with you and how are you coping with it? Because it is a little bit much for me. I feel like God is leading me on this journey for my own purposes and for my own life. And maybe he put me here to break a generational curse in our family line. But whatever the purpose is, I'm going to do his will. I'm not going to let the world dictate or make me move into an alternate direction. I'm following the direction he set forth, and only the one that God gave me. Because ultimately, if I was to die tomorrow, these people would move on with their lives, and whatever secrets and whatever airs they want to put on, they would keep. And it would make no movement into prosperity for the next generation. It would make no impact on anybody. And I feel like life is meant to be lived in truth. So tell me what you think about that in the comments. Thank you for watching.